So I just dropped Bryan off at the airport with Colby, and she's sleeping. And I almost debated picking up the kids early from school so that they could come with me to drop him off, because technically his flight is until 6 tonight, and now it's like 1 p.m. But the kids get at 3:15, so he said it's not worth it to get them early because I'll be rushing back to bring the girls to their dance rehearsal. The dance school's on break, but they still have rehearsals for competition this weekend. So while I would have liked to bring them with us so they could like say bye properly to their dad, it was kind of good that they just said bye quickly this morning when we dropped them off at school. Otherwise, I know that, you know, they would have gotten emotional and started crying, especially at the airport. And I wanted them to have a good day at school because it's their first day back from spring break. And yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking in previous vlogs or maybe on, you know, social media posts, like, where has Bryan been? Why is he gone so long? What's going on? Are you guys okay? And I didn't really want to talk about it at the time because I wasn't ready to disclose certain things, but you know, I did tell a lot of you guys that did comment that you know, everything was okay, that he left to go to Vegas to be with his dad, you know, since his mom passed away, and he lives there, you know, in the house by himself now. So we are actually moving to Vegas. So we used to live there before we got married, or like right when we got married, actually, for about 2 years with my stepdaughter, and my in-laws actually moved with us there, and that's why they ended up retiring early and living in Vegas, because they felt they wanted to be with, you know, with their granddaughter. And we ended up moving back. If you watch my draw my life video, I explain all that in there, I think. Super old video, but and we moved back here. Then we had the kids, and we always pondered the idea of moving back there, but you know, we kept having kids and we weren't ready. And oddly enough, when we went there last year, when Bryan's mom was still alive, before she passed away, the last time, like, we visited there when she was still, like, you know, healthy and about, and when Colby was oh no, that wasn't the time. Yeah, no, so scratch that. When we went to visit there before I found out I was pregnant with Colby in 2015, we actually were looking at places to move to with my parents, because they came with us, and his parents and the kids. And oddly enough, when we came back that same week, I found out I was pregnant, and then we felt it wasn't, that was a sign that it wasn't time to go back there yet. And we always knew we would end up back there because we did love it there. It's just, for, you know, certain reasons, we ended up coming back home to the East Coast. But cost of living is cheaper out there. We have a lot of family there. You know, we had, you know, job opportunities there, and we had a house there, and we were able to do things there that I know we wouldn't have done at the young ages of, I think we were 24 and 25 when we moved there. And we got a lot of stuff done in that short time that we were there, but I guess the timing wasn't really meant for us to stay there permanently or to even have the kids there. You know, life brought us in crazy twists and turns, and we ended up back in the East Coast, and we ended up being here longer than I thought we would. But I mean, everything happens for a reason, and it's all a blessing. And now our road in life is now leading us back there. And while we did expect to move back there, one of the main reasons why we are taking the big step and change to move there now is because his mom passed away, and because his dad is there now alone, even though we have family there, but he lives alone. And you know, we're going to help out. I mean, it will help us by living with him, and then it will help him out, of course. Eventually we'll have to get, you know, once we're settled, get a place, you know, of our own, especially the kids are getting bigger, and you know, there's only so much space in the house that they have there. But you know, within time we'll figure that out, and that's why Bryan went ahead. Long story short, that's why Bryan went ahead in December, because his brother was staying with the dad after the mom passed, and then he came back after the holidays, and then Bryan was there with them for the holidays, and it's been just him with his dad there. And his goal with being there was to be with his dad, of course, but to also secure a job and, you know, look for work, and which is the reason why we're here, so that we can finish out the school year. I didn't want to pull the kids out of everything just like that. I wanted them to finish what they started, finish the school year, honor their commitments with their dance team, and finish out competition season, which will end in July. They have nationals in July, so our goal right now is to move at the end of July. So Bryan plans to come back here mid-July for nationals and for his CT scan and follow up with the oncologist before, you know, we move there and, you know, have to get new insurance and find new doctors and all that stuff, you know, that comes with moving. Yeah, so that's our big news, is that we're moving, and that's why we've been apart for so long. And it's been a sacrifice for all of us, but for a greater good. For him to get settled there, and then once he comes back here, and he came back here mainly because he had to do his follow-up with the oncologist, and you know, it was just perfect timing, the girls' first competition, their spring break, Easter, and you know, we had it was a nice like refresher for all of us to have that time together. And I don't want to start crying, but so now we're gonna be apart again for another 3 months, which I anticipate will move much faster than the 4 months, the first 4 months, you know, winter and being inside and through the holidays and all of that. It was just really hard and a big adjustment. But now the kids and I are kind of in our own routine, and there's a lot going on right now with their competitions. The girls have communion. Emmeline's going to be graduating from 3rd grade. That's how it works in our school here. They stop at 3rd grade and then graduate to the next 4th and 5th grade class. Hello?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm on the Bell Parkway. Okay.
Call me as soon as you get home.
Okay. Love you, bye. Yeah, so much things are going on that I know it's going to keep us all busy. And we FaceTime with Bryan, at least twice a day after they get out of school. And because of the time difference, they don't talk in the morning. After they get out of school, and then at night before they go to bed, and sometimes even when they're eating dinner before they go to bed. So by the time he comes back, we need to be ready. So that's the part that's giving me anxiety, is that now I have to worry about finding a, you know, like new insurance, transferring records to the new school, you know, forwarding, you know, all our mails, and finding a new dance school, and, you know, all of that. So, new doctors. My thing was that I wanted Bryan to be healthy, all of us to be healthy, you know, before the move, and just so that we have some peace of mind during that transitional period. And it's bittersweet because my parents are here, my grandparents moved to the Philippines now, and, you know, a lot of our close friends are here, and, you know, our dance family's here. It's so bittersweet, but at the same time, I know that it is the best decision for our family. That this is what we need. We need the change. We want to be there for Bryan's dad. And while it's unfortunate that the time that we did finally decide to move, you know, Bryan's mom is no longer with us, I feel like this is part of her doing. That she wants us to be there and be with him, and that was always our intention, but it just, the timing was just never right, and all roads, all what's the word, all signs are pointing in this direction to move back out west. And, you know, I know we'll be okay there because we live there. And yeah, this is a long vlog. I actually wanted to do like a sit-down video talking about this, but I have not filmed a sit-down video in like 2 months. That I don't know when that's gonna happen. So this might be a separate video in itself because it's such a long, drawn-out explanation that I do want to share. I didn't share it right away, but I, you know, wanted to share it when I was ready to share it. So, not that it was some kind of big secret, it's just that I wasn't really ready to talk about it, and I guess in some way I'm still not fully there yet. Like, it still hasn't fully hit me, but it's starting to hit me more now because technically we only have 3 months left to, you know, finish everything that we need to finish out for the kids this year, and pack, and, well, I've been purging. That's why I've been purging so many things, because we can't move. We can only move there with a small moving truck, and, you know, bring our car. Yeah, so I know that it is going to be a good decision for us. I know that I'll be fine with it, and Bryan will be fine with it, because we love it there. And actually, the kids love it there too. It's become their second home. Ever since they were infants, that was the first place they've ever traveled to by plane, was to Vegas, of course, to see my in-laws. And Malia was like 3 months old when she traveled. I don't know, Evelyn I think was 6 months. I forgot how old Dylan was. Dylan might have been a year or less. And Colby was the littlest one. She was 8 weeks old when we traveled there for her to meet her grandma, her mama. And, you know, unfortunately that was before she passed. So I just want the kids to be okay with the transition. I know that they're young enough that they'll make friends, and sorry, this thing is in the way because it's this console thing here, and this is the only flat place I could put the, there. Yeah, I just want them to be able to adjust, and the good thing is about them being so close in age is that they'll have each other, and the school that they're going to is through 5th grade, so unlike the one that they're in now, this would have been Emmeline's last year, and next year she would have went to another school, and Dylan would have, and Malia would be in this school still 1 more year together, and then Dylan would have been in it alone after next year when Malia would leave. So now that they'll be in the same school, they'll be all together for at least the next 2 years. So it's a good thing. And it's super close to it's super close to Bryan's dad's house, and also one of my friends from YouTube, Ashley +3, which really should be actually +4 because she just had another baby, her third son. She lives in the same area. And then a lot of the other YouTube friends, moms that I know in Vegas, they all, you know, they don't live super near where we're moving to, but I mean, it's nice to know that I have that community of friends there that share the same love for YouTube and all this stuff that I do. And yeah, so that's that. And if you guys have questions, let me know. I can always do a Q&A. I know I said I would do one before and it never happened, but I could do a follow-up video to this as a Q&A, like an actual sit-down video with makeup on my face for a Q&A. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.